Today, we're designing two websites based entirely on personality type, minimalist versus maximalist. You'll find out what each style is and which style speaks to you and fits your brand. So first of all, what is minimalism? Minimalist design is all about restraint. Fewer colors, more white space, clear typography, and every element has a purpose. Minimalism usually values clarity and simplicity. They don't want distractions, and they want the website to feel premium. So that means neutral colors, simple layouts, lots of spacing, few animations, and clean typography. The idea is if everything stands out, nothing stands out. So by having everything more minimalist, the message will be more focused. Now, what is maximalism? You're probably more familiar with minimalism, but what is maximalism? Maximalism is the opposite. More texture, more motion, it's loud, on purpose. Maximalists want emotion, energy, identity. They want visitors to feel something immediately. So that means bold colors, big typography, heavy visuals, layered sections, experimental layouts, and sometimes video backgrounds. Maximalist design breaks traditional design rules, so it is riskier, and when done incorrectly, it can look messy and overwhelming. But when it works, it really works. In this video, we're going to use the Website.com site builder to build two different websites for a fictional dessert shop, but give them totally different personalities. Let's start by building the minimalist website. So I'm already logged into the Website.com site builder, and now let's start with a template that has a minimalist vibe so we don't need to alter too much. I'll click on the template library, look for a monochrome color palette, 1 or 2 font families, and a ton of white space. So let's choose this one. Notice how every element breathes and nothing fights for attention. Let's make the headline short. Just click and type right on the template, or look for the field on the left to edit on the side panel. Let's make the call to action obvious and clear. So I'll click right on the button. I'll change the label on the left. And make sure you do link the button to a destination. To do that under the button, just click this here. I haven't created the shop for this template yet. So for example, if I want to make it go to any of the pages, I can click page and then choose one of the pages to link it to. So that's just an example. This template also came with online booking, and I don't want to have that. So I can click right on this section and then delete this section. So for a minimalist design, let the product photography do most of the work. If you don't have your own branded photography yet, you can choose from the copyright-free stock images that are included for free with your Website.com plan. So if we click on this image, you can change it by going select from files, and you can upload your own images to your file manager by clicking on this button. But we're going to explore the stock images. I want to explore another one, just to see how that looks. And I'm happy with that one. So we've added in the content, and I'll leave the colors and fonts as is. You can continue the rest of the design using these core principles, but in this video I'll just showcase the hero sections. So let's take a look at the preview. I'll make sure I put in the company name. And if you have your own logo, you can add that right here. Just toggle the logo on. But I'll leave that toggled off for now. Now let's publish what we have. And here is the live site. This minimalist style usually works really well for luxury brands, portfolios, agencies, and modern startups. Now let's do the complete opposite. I'll open up another website.com account that I'm logged into. So now let's make this a maximalist website. We'll open up the template library. And now let's look for bright colors and huge typography. We're making this thing impossible to ignore. The goal here isn't simplicity, it's memorability. Let's choose this template with this large text. And I'll go ahead and throw in my own content. So here's what I have so far, and we're gonna make this template even more bold with a bright color scheme. So if you click on the Home button, you can choose to change the entire color palette that will apply across your entire site by clicking Site Design and then clicking Site Colors right here. But for this maximalist design, I'm actually gonna choose custom colors for each section. So to do that, I'll click right on the section, and then I'll click Change Colors and Layout, and then click Change Colors. So now we have here Choose Custom Colors. I'm going to change this background. I like how bright this is. And I want to keep this color code, so I'm going to copy that. And let's click on the header section. I'll also apply it there. And for the site menu, I also want to change that color to make it more bold. So let's move towards a green. So I'll copy this color code. I'll change the title to match that. So you'll notice that I'm trying to make this maximalist design not too overwhelming by using bright colors, but keeping the colors consistent across different elements. So let's go back and click here on this section and see how it looks. So note that when you do these custom color settings, it will override the color palette if you choose to apply a color palette across your website under Site Design, like I showed you earlier. Now I'll also add a button to this section. Let's toggle a primary button on. And to make that even more bold, I'll increase the size of the font and the button. Just bump that up a little bit. And let's go ahead and change this image. Again, you can upload your own images. I'm just going to select from Files, and I'll choose a stock image for now. I'm going to choose from the cutout designs because I think that will look great with this design. So if you do use your own image for this design, you might want to consider a cutout style. I'll just change that button text as well. So the top section is done. Let's publish it to make it go live. So make sure you update the rest of the template as well with your own content. But just for this video, you can see how this maximalist style looks. And this works especially well for fashion brands, creative studios, music, entertainment, Gen Z audiences, and creator brands. So just to compare, here is the minimalist design. You'll notice how the colors are more muted, fonts are cleaner and smaller, and overall there's more room to breathe. And if we look at the maximalist design, the colors are bolder, the fonts and elements are bigger, and there is still white space to make sure that things don't look too cluttered. The minimalist style feels calm and upscale, while this maximalist one can feel more exciting and creative. So try for yourself and see which personality aligns with your business and your brand. We hope this gave you a good idea of the differences between minimalist and maximalist design when it comes to your website, and we hope this was helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to website.com for more website tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching.